Hey guys, so I'm now 28 weeks pregnant, and a nice thing I've learned about this week is that the baby at 28 weeks has a 95% chance of survival if it was born now, which is amazing to think. So really a very, very, very good chance. They say though it all depends on sort of medical care and where you may be if you go into labour, but it's sort of quite reassuring to know that if it was born now, more than likely would survive. Size-wise, in fact, according to my app, the baby would be about 14.8 or nearly 15 inches. It's fairly long and about 2.2 pounds. So I will show you the size of the bump now. Here is bump at 28 weeks. And from the front, my belly button, it's kind of vanishing now. It hasn't come out, it's just kind of flat. There it is, the bump. And around this side. So far, no stretch marks, but I still have quite a few months to go, or a couple of months to go, and I'm still using my stretch mark cream. In fact, it's an oil, a stretch mark oil. Yeah, definitely trying my best to avoid getting stretch marks, but you know, if these things happen, then they happen, and it's a sign of having a baby. So, but last week, if you watched my vlog, my 27-week vlog, I mentioned the fact that I had been at the hospital being tested for gestational diabetes. Not just because of my chocolate addiction throughout this pregnancy, but because my dad and my grandmother are both diabetic. My grandmother was. So they have to, as a precaution, test me. I had it in my first pregnancy and it was fine. So I had it again in this pregnancy, but I was a little bit more worried because of the fact I've been eating so much chocolate this pregnancy. But I got my results back this week and all is fine, all is good. So I do not have gestational diabetes. I had to phone up the hospital and get my results, and then they ask you to put it in your maternity notes. If you're pregnant out there, I'm sure you have these. Don't forget to bring them to maternity appointments because I have forgotten them so many times and it's really not good. So I have bits of paper stuck in here everywhere, and they've had to like add in bits of random A4 paper and things because I keep forgetting my notes. And then you fill in page 12. If you're having a diabetes test, this will probably be what happens as well. And then you put all your results down there. So mine were fasting rate of 4.2, and then after 2 hours when they give you like a glucose drink, it was 7.3. That means absolutely nothing to me, but if you're a medical professional, it might mean something to you, or maybe you've had yours and they were around that too. And they also then took another blood test that you would, if you weren't being tested for diabetes, that you'd have done by the midwife, and they did it all in just one go because may as well when I was giving blood for one thing. But that all came back fine, antibodies negative, and full blood count was 118. Again, means nothing to me, but that's that's what it was anyway. So all is good, and it's reassuring to know that all's fine with me and Bubs, in terms of, you know, medically. Mentally, maybe not so fine. I'm having really, really bad baby brain, like just ridiculous, forgetting stupid things and forgetting to reply to people. I'm so bad at the moment at replying to people and replying to text messages. I have no memory. I have to write everything in a diary or I just won't remember it at all. So apologies to any friends out there watching this. If I've not replied to your texts, I probably thought in my head that I've replied and just haven't. So I'm blaming baby brain for the next few months for that one. Other things that are happening this week, how I've been feeling. I've been getting really bad leg cramps. Anyone else get those? I've never had leg cramps before. I don't think I had them. I'm pretty sure I didn't have them with Sophia. But they're so bad. I really can't sleep. My sleep is so bad. I'm also having pregnancy insomnia, partly caused by the fact that I'm having these cramps. So last night I just got up and was wandering around for ages trying to get rid of the cramps and trying to do, like, I was reading up that you can do exercises, and apparently as well maybe I'm deficient in some vitamins. I haven't been taking my pregnancy vitamins for a while because I found that they maybe made me feel a bit nauseous and sick, but I might start taking them again just to see if that helps in any way. And another thing I'm hoping to do is get one of those pregnancy pillows. I've not had one before, but I just feel like I need one more now. I think that the bump needs a bit more support. I think my legs need a bit more support, so I'm hopefully going to get one of those in the next couple of weeks. So everything's just sort of growing, feeling a bit stretching. I'm not eating as much. If you watch my vlogs before, I've spoken a lot about food and the fact that I've been eating lots of food. But I recently have, the last sort of week or so, I think because the baby must be weighing down on my stomach and she's getting so big that I haven't been able to eat as big portions. I'm still hungry, but I just get full more easily. So I'm also trying to eat a little bit healthier, not as much chocolate. So I've been trying to eat a little bit more fruit, because also I'm a little bit constipated at the moment. Apparently this is quite normal, according again to my app that I'm a bit obsessed with. It is quite normal for everything to kind of slow down your digestive system at the moment. So I'm hoping maybe if I increase my fluid intake and my fruit intake, that might help things. We will see. It's weird because in some ways I'm feeling good, less emotional, less crying, things like that. But in another way, I'm feeling pretty knackered. But that's, I think, more to do with my toddler, who is really going through a bit of a bad stage at the moment. I don't know whether it's because she's aware there's another baby that's coming along. Her potty training has gone completely backwards. She just has stopped now going to the toilet, which is really difficult because she'd been brilliant for months and now it's just gone backwards. She's also asking for bottles of milk a lot more than she used to, and I think there's part of her wanting to still be my baby, so she's wanting to be back in nappies and back drinking bottles of milk and things. So I've just got to keep an eye on that, try and reassure her. My mum was like, just make sure, that she knows that how much you love her and maybe not talk too much about the new baby in front of her and things. So I'm trying to do those things a little bit and give her lots of attention. Anyway, I'm blabbering lots today. I think I'm slightly delirious from lack of sleep. I had about 2 hours last night, so I am seriously I'm so tired right now. So I'm sorry for waffling and being a little bit boring this week. As always, I hope you are well if you're pregnant. How are you doing? How's the bump? Was it big? Is it tiny? Am I humongous in comparison to you? Because I feel like I am in comparison to anyone. Let me know how you're getting on, how everything's going. Any advice for potty training would also be great. And next week, 29 weeks, I'll be back with my latest update.